He didn't stop. He ignored the warnings, and just seconds later, he made a mistake he'd regret all day long. This was right in front of Buckingham Palace, a place where centuries of honor echo through the silent steps of the guard. But for some tourists, the rules are for everyone else. No respect, no boundaries, no awareness. Just a smartphone, a wide grin, and one terrible choice. Sometimes crossing a line isn't just a mistake. It's a trigger that awakens centuries of discipline in one chilling moment. The royal guards stand tall before hundreds of tourists every day. Most of the time, they watch in silence, but silence has its limits. When tradition is met with disrespect, there comes a moment when patience ends. And when it does, it doesn't just shake one person, it stuns the entire crowd. So before stepping forward or snapping that selfie, think twice. Because sometimes, one careless moment becomes a viral memory of shame. In the daily crowds outside the palace, one thing happens over and over again. People can't tell if someone is Japanese, Chinese, or Korean. But more often than not, behavior speaks louder than a passport. You don't need a flag to figure it out. The way someone walks, stands, or respects personal space tells its own story. Some people speak through their steps, and others, well, their steps show just how far they are from understanding respect. Later in this video, you'll see a moment where a few simple actions say it all. Because sometimes what represents a nation isn't the language they speak, it's the way they behave. It's strange when you think about it. In so many incidents, even when the rule breaker isn't Japanese, people assume he is. That's not just unfair, it's deeply ironic. Because Japanese tourists often show an almost instinctive respect for other cultures around the world. To them, it's not just manners, it's a way of life. Not littering, not shouting, waiting in line, never stepping in someone's way. These aren't rules, they're values taught from childhood. And yet, in many situations, the Japanese are dragged into the conversation even when they've done nothing wrong. Maybe it's because they don't argue, they stay quiet. But silence doesn't mean guilt. Sometimes it's grace. And if you stand in front of Buckingham Palace long enough, you'll notice something. The truest form of respect often comes from the ones who say the least. Sometimes, people are judged by how they look. Facial features, accent, hairstyle, or clothing. These things often make us guess whether someone is Japanese, Chinese, or Korean. But the truth is, nationality isn't always visible, and the real clues lie in behavior. In this video, the tourist you're about to see had everyone wondering, is he Japanese, Chinese, maybe Korean? But then, just a few careless steps, a few reckless gestures, and a certain look on his face told the real story. Sometimes you don't need an ID to know where someone's from, because identity isn't printed on paper, it shows up in how you act. And sometimes, silence speaks louder than anything else. Did you know Japan also has a royal family? And it's not just symbolic. It's the world's oldest continuous monarchy, and it holds deep meaning for the Japanese people. This family isn't just a historical figurehead. It's a spiritual anchor woven into the nation's identity. That culture of respect shows up in everyday life as rei. Rei isn't just bowing. It's a quiet, heartfelt respect for another's space, presence, and silence. That's why Japanese tourists don't need to memorize rules when they visit new places. Because respect isn't taught in a classroom, it's lived from childhood to adulthood. It's what makes them some of the most courteous travelers in the world. Their devotion to their own traditions shapes how they honor the traditions of others, with the same quiet elegance. The Royal Guards aren't just soldiers. They are symbols of centuries-old tradition, of discipline, pride, and silence. When a guard stands outside Buckingham Palace, he isn't just wearing a uniform. He's carrying an oath, a legacy, a national responsibility. Every step echoes with history, and every moment of silence is a powerful reminder of duty. Throughout the day, thousands of tourists pass by, taking selfies, filming, sometimes even crossing the line. But to the guard, this space isn't for entertainment. It's sacred. When a tourist walks too close, that guard becomes more than a soldier. He becomes a living representation of his country, his monarch, and his culture. That's why they are trained to stay calm, to stay still, to hold back emotion. But patience is not infinite. Respect is a two-way street. If you want to receive it, you must offer it first. And when a guard stays silent, it's not because he doesn't notice you. It's because he's honoring a duty heavier than words. But when someone crosses the line, that silence breaks, and history speaks. If you believe in what we've shared in this video, if you agree that respect is a universal language, hit that subscribe button and help us keep this message alive. Because this isn't just a channel, it's a voice for culture, awareness, and timeless tradition.